Welcome back, my fellow patriots, to the Save Our Republic daily video episode. Today, before I launch into the substance, I just want to put out a call. If you are enjoying these episodes, please give me some positive feedback. You can do likes on the different social media. You can subscribe to the YouTube station, whatever is convenient for you, but it would be great to hear from you. Don't forget you can comment, etc. Today, we're going to be talking about Patriotism, the third in a row episode on patriotism, and this one about whether or not liberals, Democrats, progressives can be patriotic. And I want to share with you a story from a few years ago when we were holding a Patriot Festival in downtown Holly through Patriot Week. And this was a long time ago. This wasn't something in the last couple of years. And somebody came up to me who seemed pretty interested, and we were talking about the Constitution, some other things, and they really seemed to be engaged. And then they said, "What's the name of your group?" And I said, "Oh, it's Patriot Week." And she said, "Oh, no, I'm a Democrat, and I can't belong to anything called Patriot." And she walked away, much to my shock. And I have heard people from both sides of the aisle, and maybe some non-political people that say the word patriotic means that it's a Republican thing, and that Democrats feel like they can't join that kind of organization, or Republicans feel that Democrats or liberals or progressives shouldn't. And as you might guess from how I define patriotism a couple episodes ago in connection with fervent belief in the Declaration of Independence and our Constitution and protecting those values and principles, that I think that is balderdash. I know plenty of Democrats, progressives, and liberals who I consider to be fervent, patriotic American individuals and organizations, and law enforcement folks, military service, but just everyday folks, people that are involved in the Democrat Party, the progressive wing of the Democrat Party. I know a number of political elected officials who are on what you consider to be the left side of the political spectrum. And they love the Declaration of Independence. They love our Constitution. And I think that they certainly fall within the bucket of patriots. Patriot Week is a nonprofit organization, a 501c3. We have a very large advisory board. And we have about an equal number. It changes because we keep adding people, but about an equal number of Republicans and Democrats on that advisory board. And we have a sprinkling of non-political people as well. But I think it is really important to remember that if you are someone from the Democrat, progressive, liberal side of the aisle, you shouldn't be ashamed to consider yourself a patriot. And if you're on the other side of the aisle, you shouldn't think that those kinds of folks can't be patriotic. I think it is exactly the opposite. And I also point out, as another piece of evidence, that the U.S. Senate has adopted unanimously 2 years going Patriot Week resolutions, recognizing Patriot Week and asking our country to celebrate it. And that is a resolution that has been co-sponsored by Michigan's Democrat Senator Gary Peters and a Republican Senator, John Kennedy. And I think that is awesome. And the fact that Gary Peters is willing to step up and put that out front, and he is a naval reservist. And I tell you that in part because I actually ran against Gary Peters for state senate many, many years ago. But we have this unity of a belief about our foundation of our country and how important our history is and our Constitution. And for those of you that are not all that political, or only political on one side of the aisle, my Republican friends I'm talking to here, I've been to a number of Democrat events. They pray. They pledge allegiance to the flag. They really do all the things that you might expect more in a Republican event. I've been through them. I've experienced them. And we should take great comfort that there's a huge political party that has a number of very patriotic people in it. And we shouldn't demonize each other as being not patriotic because you happen to be on one side of the aisle or the other. I'm not talking about the communist. I'm not talking about the fascist or the white supremacist. I think I made that pretty clear in our last episode. But for your standard mainstream political actor, and I would throw into this libertarians and others like that. No reason they can't be considered to be patriots. Until tomorrow, God bless you, and God bless America.